Also, we be hyping the shit out of Mbappe.
Yeah, who does? Who's hyping the shit out of him?
Okay, I do.
Thank you very much. Don't
like who's the guy that does?
Yeah, that would be you. That would be you.
All right, so we've seen a lot of ballers on social media. Whenever their edits get posted, they just go viral. And even though they might not even be the best players sometimes, their just videos are just going crazy. What's the definition of a footballer who's only good on edits?
Olivier Giroud.
Oh my gosh.
Olivier Giroud. It's the scorpion kick. It's like, I saw one the other day. It's just like an outrageous array of volleys. And it's like, no. This is the man who misses every single chance for first Arsenal, then France and whatever.
Bro.
But like, you watch the edit, I'm like, this is the greatest footballer of all time.
It's easy to get carried away when you see just like some crazy goals from a player and you don't see any misses. You know what I mean? Like you'll think he's better than Messi and Ronaldo. I'm not even joking.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Olivier Giroud is the perfect highlight tape player. Like the goals he was scoring for Arsenal, the back heel scorpion kick, everything he was scoring, the 1-2 with Jack Wilshere, you know, he even had some assists. But I remember some games for Arsenal where he would literally be invisible, bro. If it wasn't for him, Mesut Ozil would have like 30 assists in one season.
What was it? It was Ozil had 20 assists by Christmas or something stupid, and then like 1 for the rest of the season.
Because he kept on missing, bro.
Just kept How pissed would you be? He was so pissed that he befriended a dictator in Turkey.
Bro, I know, bro. It's insane. But one thing I would say, you know who else is a really big highlight tape kind of player? Joao Felix, bro.
Massive one.
Yeah.
I mean, like Joao Felix is like, I don't know if he's good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's that much of a highlight tape player. I've got no idea if he's good or not.
You know how you know if a player is not that good on edits? If you're seeing his highlights from like 3 seasons before.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I watched a Joao Felix tape and like Diego Godin was still in the highlights. Like, bro, he retired like 4 years ago, bro. It's insane. Which brings us into our next segment. Let's bring up some players and see who's overhyped or underhyped based off of these players. You ready? First one, Ousmane Dembele.
I think with the season he's having right now, we can't say he's overhyped.
Oh, we can't.
Because he's had like the best start to the season.
I'm not gonna lie. He's been insane this year. He's been insane.
For me, he's still a little bit overhyped.
Why do you think so?
Well, I think it's taken so long and there's still some big misses. I mean, look, the stats look ridiculous, but like I was watching that Liverpool game last week and he's still like, he wasn't quite with it. He missed a couple of half chances and I was like, is he... How do I say this like an American? Is he him?
I feel like for him, it's like we get players so young. Like Ousmane Dembele went to Barcelona at what, 20, 21?
Yeah, and he was also cooking for Dortmund at like 19.
19. So it's like you gotta go through years to eventually be in your prime and develop and finish and come up with that finishing ability. And like a lot of players, they figure it out later than others. And I feel like Ousmane Dembele is just starting to put all those tools of his game together. That makes sense.
But 130 million to Barca.
No, yeah, I think considering the potential, the world
at the time though, nobody was better than Dembele talent-wise at the time.
Trying to come up with a sarcastic answer, yeah.
Nah, that wasn't. He was tough.
Jordan Henderson.
Nah, stop this.
crazy.
All right, next player, Rodrygo. Overhyped or underhyped?
I think Rodrygo is so underhyped that he's become overhyped. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's been like, yeah, man, he does all the dirty work for Madrid. Like he's nasty. He does. And then Jude Bellingham said that thing about how like he's the most talented player on the team.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that in like an interview. He was like, he's more talented than me, Kylian, Vinny. And I was like, what the like? Yeah. I honestly think though he's become somehow overhyped because we've decided he's so like
underrated,
that kind of thing.
I feel like he's so good at this point. It's like right wing. He's so unselfish. He's always leading the attacks.
That's the problem.
A lot of the attacks come from his side and then end on the left.
That's the problem though, because he's a left winger naturally, right? Yeah. Or he said like, or maybe like a sort of like false 90 sort of whatever. Yeah, he was basically, everyone's like, oh my God, he's so unselfish. He's doing all the right things. But then I just think it becomes a bit much. But what are you saying?
No, I get what you're saying, but I think he's definitely underhyped because he's not getting the spotlight that he deserves.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I see that point.
And if he went to any other team, any other team in Europe, he'd be a star.
You think
100%,
so?
100%.
You think he's
in his form right now, if he was playing like that in any other club, he'd be the star of the club.
100%. Like if he went to an Arsenal right now, he would be our leading, like he would be our attacker, like our main guy. Next up, Rafael Leao, man. This is a big one. He got some insane edits, I'll tell you that.
I can't lie, if we're talking about edits, overhyped. We have to say overhyped. Because if you just watched edits and then you watch a game
of Leao.
Yeah, he's not doing that every game.
No,
you know
not.
what I mean? I mean, when we talk about TikTok ball knowledge, that's the perfect definition.
That's the perfect. Like, listen, I
Leao
watched
is-
the game. You remember the game that AC Milan played, the second leg to get eliminated in the Champions League against Feyenoord?
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about that amazing back heel mag that he had, but like other than that, they literally got eliminated.
Yeah, I
But
saw
that
that,
clip
and that was all he
everywhere,
did.
though.
That was
clip
all he did in the
everywhere,
game.
though.
I
That
actually
was
watched
all
it.
he did the whole game. That clip was everywhere, but then they got eliminated. So it's like, yeah, but he did a back heel
well
though in
done,
front of
lads.
somebody's
Yeah.
leg. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's actually how I feel at pickup, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'll be naff, but then it's just like one bit of skill. It's like, that's all
Hey,
I
I had a
remember.
good day,
Yeah,
though.
I was going to say, you'll dine out on that for weeks.
But you know, that's literally Joao Felix as well. Like,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to go back to him. Like, he'll do that, some elastico nutmeg, and it will just take over the internet.
That's
and
it.
you'll think that he played sick. You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
like, go watch the 90
yeah.
minutes, my boy.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
reason why he got subbed out in the 55th.
No, with Leao, I'm going overhyped, though.
Cole
honestly.
Palmer, he's been quite cold lately, actually.
He's been quite cold.
Well, he missed the penalty.
He missed a pen, yeah.
Do tell. Go on, Mr. Chelsea.
No.
fan.
I'm a Chelsea supporter,
Right.
and I'm a big fan of Palmer. But I think his form is dropping off, personally. And I don't think missing that penalty
It's
is
gonna
a
help.
part of it. No, I don't think it's a part of it. But I just think where Chelsea are at now is, as a team,
I think it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like Cole Palmer was overperforming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
he's still a young player. He's still developing. And it's like, I feel like with these English talents, everybody gets so excited about them so quickly.
yeah.
You're
No, there was
like-
so much weight
you're
on his
talking-
shoulders. So much
You're
weight on his
talking to
shoulders.
two
So
Brits,
much
bro.
weight.
Like,
And then once they regress to their mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't play well every game. You can't expect Cole Palmer to score every match. It's like, eventually you're
yeah.
going to regress to the mean. You're not going to play good for a couple matches.
Exactly.
And it's more of that. I don't think Cole Palmer's overhyped. I think he's just gradually just settling into like what he really is as a player.
I think that's probably true. I will say by that definition, he is a little bit overhyped because he set expectations so high. And then he was also quite good for England at the Euros in a way.
was
I mean,
very
he scored
good.
a great goal in
I mean,
the
considering
final.
how
Spain,
little he
right?
played, considering how little Southgate paid him,
Yeah.
he scored in the final.
Yeah.
You know,
Mbappe, overhyped or underhyped?
Hyped.
Hyped?
I don't,
He's in the
okay,
middle.
that's such a
Yeah,
boring.
I
I'm
like
on
that.
the
I like
fence. I'm on
that,
the
though.
fence. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Overhyped.
Think he's overhyped?
I think he's a little bit overhyped because PSG stat pad.
Okay. And also, we be hyping the shit out of Mbappe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who does? Who's hyping the out of him?
Okay, I do.
Thank you
That's me.
very much. Don't
Like,
tag-
who's
don't-
the guy that does?
Yeah, that would be you. That would be you. For me, he's a little bit overhyped. I said this to you off camera like a few days ago, and you were like, my Mbappe thesis is that he's like almost the same player that he was at 18.
Yeah, you
Like
always say
he hasn't improved enough so that you're like, oh my, because he was like one of the best
Unbelievable.
players in the world. Like at that World Cup in what 2018, he was like already in that echelon. I don't know, you're not having it, but but I don't know. I feel like he hasn't gotten better in the way that he should, which is maybe just like
no, I agree. He's another player that like what was expected from him and what we're seeing, you know, it doesn't add up.
that's
But-
called ball knowledge.
But he said but.
No,
He said
but I think he's actually finding his feet now and he's settling in.
Yeah.
And we're seeing traits of the old Mbappe. I think he's coming back.
So how many goals do you think he scores this season then? Because what's he at now? 24, 25-ish?
And Ronaldo had 41 goals, I believe, in his first season at Real
Jesus
Madrid.
Christ.
Mbappe's almost halfway there, and we're saying that he's not playing well.
Yeah, that
So
is
it's
crazy.
like when people argue with me in the comments on Instagram and they're like, "Oh, Ronaldo and Mbappe, their first season is not comparable." It's like, bro, Mbappe's almost at
yeah,
the
but you have to
same amount of
understand it's not
goals.
all stats. Like we're talking about how he's actually playing.
Of course.
compared to before, you know, and in that World Cup, I mean, that was a completely different player in my opinion.
Last but not least, Joao Felix.
The most overhyped of overhyped
man.
cut.
Listen, you have him as a Chelsea loanee right now at AC Milan. What do you think about him, man?
No, he's an edit merchant in my opinion. The edit merchant. I think,
He's an
no,
edit
I'm
guy.
not joking. I'm not. It's not his fault, right? That people make edits of him.
Yeah.
I think he has little moments of amazing quality. I'll say amazing,
Yeah.
but you watch a game and he's not performing to the level he should.
Listen, man, we've been hearing about Joao Felix since I was maybe like a first or second year in college, like 2016, 2017. And I have not seen him like add anything to his game.
No, he hasn't lived up to
Like
the
literally
to the hype
anything.
at all.
Like
Yeah,
he hasn't really got better at shooting. He's the same in small spaces that he was at 16, 17. I don't see him adding any through balls to the game. I don't see him taking any games head on. Like, what is there about Joao Felix that it's been improved since he came out? I know you said it about Mbappe, but literally, Joao Felix is the exact same player.
I think Felix as well was just the victim of one of the worst transfers of all time. Why the hell did he go to Atletico Madrid?
I don't know why he went to Atletico Madrid. To this day, that transfer made absolutely no sense considering the way their style of play, how they play, what their manager expects of their players, Simeone. It just doesn't make any sense.
Coolest thing of celebrating in front of your old club, though. Do you remember this from, was it last year or two? Whenever Felix was on loan at Barca, he was rubbish all season. Absolutely terrible. Scores twice against Atleti and goes mad.
He did
I
go
love
insane.
it.
And he assisted Lamine Yamal's first goal. So Joao Felix, you're
No
going
way.
down in history.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
Look at you.
Yeah, ball knowledge.